It's a quiet night in Hudson, Florida, and the only sound breaking the stillness is the faint hum of crickets. Inside her home in Rolling Oaks Estates, Lauren Richards sits on the couch, the soft glow of the TV casting shadows across the room. Her 4 children are asleep, and she's relishing a rare moment of peace until an unexpected knock at the door changes everything. She hesitates, but answers. On the other side is a young man, visibly disoriented. He asks a strange question. Has she called for him? The man seems confused and out of place, and the fact that he has entered her property by unlocking her gate adds to her unease. Moments after the interaction ends, Lauren places the first 911 call. It's 12:41 a.m.
911, what is the address of the emergency? And what is the phone number you're calling from? And what is your name? And tell me exactly what happened.
I was just sitting in my living room watching TV. It's late. My kids are asleep. Some young male just came and knocked on my door, and I reluctantly answered it. I had my animals roaming, so I didn't think much of it. They had to come through a gate to get into my front door. They came through the gate. He knocked on the door, asked if I had called for him. I said no. Obviously, it's almost 1 a.m., and I shouldn't have even answered the door. That was dumb, but I did. And then he said, did you call for me? I said, no, who are you? And he said, well, my name's, and I said, okay, what are you doing here? He said, okay, never mind. And then he went and he walked off. But he opened up my gate to get into my yard, to come up to my front door. And I would say a young male between the age of 22 and 30, and there's a lot of suspicious activity that happens across the street from us. The police were just there the day before yesterday, or yesterday maybe.
Okay, I'm going to have some further questions for you to better assist the deputies, okay? Just to confirm, are you at that location now?
Yep.
And when did this happen?
Just now. Literally just now.
Were weapons involved or mentioned?
No. But he kept he bent over and was looking towards the ground and then would stand up and try and approach me again, confused, distraught. But there couldn't have been some kind of confusion. He came up to my front door and had to to open up my gate to get in to where my front door is.
Okay, and what direction was he headed when he left?
I have no idea. I called my husband. He's like, you need to call the police right now.
And I need to get his description. Was he white, black, Hispanic?
White.
And about how old would you?
Between 22 and 30. I think 30 is a stretch. I would say between probably 22 and 28.
And what was he wearing?
A T-shirt and shorts. I want to say tennis shoes, but I don't recall. And he had a scruffy, I don't want to say a beard because it wasn't a beard, but, unshaven, short hair, black. The only reason why I even answered my door is because I assumed it was my neighbor. We're very, very close friends. And, yep, and you know what? And my little pig just walked outside, too. I'm looking at my little pig who sleeps in the garage, and I have the garage cracked. And he's walking right now, and he's smelling all the way up to the front door.
Are you or anyone else in danger right now?
I'm just looking out my front window.
Okay, but right now, are you or anyone else in danger?
No. I don't know. Some guy just came up to my front, and this isn't like a neighborhood. I'm on an over 5-acre parcel. Somebody opened up my gate and came up to my front door at almost 1 a.m. Typically, I would have been asleep 4 hours ago, but it's Friday, and I'm trying to just have a mom night, do my nails, have some wine to myself, and some guy just came to my front door.
Okay. If you do see him again, just do not approach him, and make sure you lock your doors and windows. We'll have a deputy.
Everything's locked.
Okay. We'll have a deputy dispatched out there as soon as possible, and I'll make sure to have the deputy contact you and just
I'm going to call my neighbor too. They have security cameras. I'm going to see if because this is very, very, very strange.
Okay. And just call us back immediately if anything changes, you have any further information, or if he returns, okay?
Is a deputy coming to my house?
Yes.
Okay.
And just, like I said, just call us back immediately if anything changes or if he does return, okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll get him out there as soon as...
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
For the next several minutes, Lauren tries to calm her nerves, but unease creeps in. She checks on her children, ensuring the doors are locked. Outside, the night remains quiet, but her instincts tell her something isn't right. At 12:54 a.m., the man has returned, and this time, he's inside her garage. The door is shut, and she doesn't know what his intentions are. Again, she calls for help.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Park Drive. I just called you guys, and the man that showed up at my front door was just inside my garage.
Okay, stay on the line. Let me pull up the call. Ozark?
Yes. My neighbor has him standing here, supposedly running from a gang, but magically ended up in my garage and closed my garage door while he was standing next to my vehicle. I have a gun. You stay where you're at.
Okay, stay on the line with us. Okay, what is your name?
So I just called.
Okay, I'm pulling up the call right now. I just want to make sure I got the right call. Okay, so
He's yelling.
he's in your garage right now?
No, he's right outside my gate with my neighbor.
Okay.
I opened up my garage door, and he was inside my garage next to my vehicle and closed my garage door.
So he was inside the garage?
He was inside my garage, and there was a crack because I have a miniature pig, so it can get in and out. And he closed the garage door and was standing inside my garage when I just walked in.
Okay.
I have a gunpoint, and I need the police to show up immediately. I called 10 minutes ago, and nobody has shown up.
You have a gun pointed
And
at
my neighbor, yes, I do. And my neighbor has a gun as well. And he's sitting on the ground in front of my gate.
Okay, stay on the line with me.
Mm-hmm.
Your neighbor has a gun as well?
You have a gun as well? Yes.
The neighbor has it on him right now?
Yes. We're both standing out here. You need to sit down. Sit!
Stay on the line. Stay on the line. Are you screaming at the male?
Yes. Started to stand. Told him to sit back down.
Do you know the guy that came into the garage?
No.
Okay.
A lot. Not yet.
Stay on the line. Okay, they're en route to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing if I can get any ETA, but I know they're en route. Okay. They're coming code. They're coming as fast as they can, so just stay on the line with me.
What's the ETA?
They didn't say. They just said your priority. They're coming lights and sirens.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I had a call previous to this call, from him knocking at my door asking if I called for him. I said, no, I didn't know who you were. I would have never answered my door at that time of hour, except I assumed it was my neighbors because they're the only ones that would open up my gate that has posted that we have guns and that if you come here to do harm, we will shoot you. They're the only ones that would come to my gate and open it at that time of hour. So I opened up the door and he asked did you call for me? And I said, no. And he asked me again, did you call for me? And I said, no. I said, who are you? And he said, my name's okay. And he was bent over with his hands on his knees, not stumbling, drunk, but he was bent over. And I said, and then he left. And then I called my neighbor to let her know. I called my husband, and I had already called 911. They took the report. And while I was on with my neighbor, I opened up my garage door, and he was standing, because I noticed, I said, and I can see my pig walking out, and he's smelling the front door. He's picking up the trail. He's walking to the front door. And so that was alarming to me. So I walked into the garage where my pig said, stay on the ground and lay down. So I opened up. He's crying. He's trying to be hysterical. So I opened up my man door to my garage, and he was standing next to my vehicle and had closed my garage door.
Okay.
My pig was locked on the outside. He was locked. He was inside my garage with both man doors, and he had hit my electric garage door to close it, and was standing next to my vehicle.
Standing next to the vehicle. Okay.
Yes, inside the garage.
And is he still inside the garage right now, or he's outside?
No, we're standing outside the gate. My neighbor found him because I came out with my gun and told him he better get out of here. And
So you're
I
out.
had a gun.
You're standing outside
We're
the
outside,
gate.
right in front of my residence, outside the gate.
Okay, and they're
I have a gun.
asking me to confirm, is the garage attached to your house?
Yes. And you have to open up my gate to even get into my house. So he opened up my gate on an over 5-acre parcel, walked up to my front door with a vehicle, a Dodge pickup truck, out in the drive, and then my garage door being cracked with a crossover SUV inside the garage. And then after knocking on the front door, and then me calling the police after that, I opened up my man door while on the phone with my neighbor, and he was inside my garage next to my vehicle.
Okay, they're asking me, I'm letting them know you're outside the gate, right? And he is laying on the
Oh,
ground.
and now he's saying that this is going to be a felony something or other over this BS.
Okay, and he's laying on the ground?
Nope, he's sitting, but yes, he's on the ground. I have a gun pointed. He doesn't have very many options at this point. The police are one vehicle. What was that? They need to keep coming.
Yep, they're waiting for another officer to respond as well.
Okay. Right here is where I'm standing. Yep, right here. Stop, 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 stop.
Let me know when they're right there next
police
to
are
you.
here. They are. They're getting out of their vehicle right now.
Okay, I just want to make sure they're right there next to you before I let you go.
Okay. They are. They're arresting him right now.
Okay, I'll go ahead and let you go then. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Her neighbor also called.
Yeah, well, my neighbor just called because some guys in her house and my husband went over there with a gun, and I want to make sure the cops know that my husband went with a gun over there to protect her.
Okay, what is your neighbor's address?
Her name is, she just called. I don't know what her address is. She's right next door.
I'll have to call this one on the line.
I just want to make sure the cops already called that they know he went over there with a gun to protect her. And then I can't hear anything or I see in them, so I don't know what, if the cops are here yet or not, but they need to know he has a gun.
Yes, ma'am. Hang on one
He's not
second.
the bad person.
Okay, hang on 1 second. I'm just updating the call, okay? Just stay on the phone.
Okay. This is the weirdest thing ever. Nothing ever like this happened to us. Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
Is your husband, is he white, black, Hispanic?
He's white. He looks white. He's heavier, and he just has shorts on because that's all I could throw on with the gun. Because I was on the phone with my neighbor. She's like, some guy just came to my door. And I'm like, nuh-uh, because she woke me up out of my sleep. And while I'm on the phone with her, talking to her for a while, she started screaming. The phone hung up, and all I could tell my husband was, go with the gun now. Because she's got 4 kids by herself. Her husband's out of town.
So what is your husband wearing again?
I think just shorts. He didn't have his shirt on. And the other guy, supposedly he said his name was, the way she was describing him was like he was between his mid-20s to 30s, and he acted like he was on something, but he came into her house after she shut the door and told him, and she shouldn't have opened the door. I'm like, why would you do this? Because I told him it's one of you guys. I'm like, no, because we live in, it's kind of the country. It's not like houses are right next door to each other. Like, you don't open the door to anybody. I don't know if the cops haven't, they were already called before she called me. And then the guy ended up coming into her house while I was on the phone with her. And I heard him in the background.
You said the subject that came into the house, his name.
That's what she told me while I was on the phone with her. She was just like, this guy just came to my door. And I'm like, because I don't even sleep with my phone by me. I heard it, and my daughter was out at a concert, so I thought it was her calling. That maybe someone shut our gate because I left the gate open for her to come in. And so my neighbor's gate is shut, and this guy opened her gate, came in. I'm looking out the window, but I can't see anything. And I have my own kids. I moved all my kids to a room with the dog because I didn't know where this guy was going. No, are the cops already there? Do you know?
Not yet.
Oh, my God.
They're on the way.
I tried to call her right before I called 911 back, and I could get no connection. It wouldn't answer. Her phone wouldn't. My teenage daughter is on 19 trying to come home. I told her to not come home right yet.
So you heard some yelling and screaming before that phone disconnected?
No, my husband hadn't made it over there yet. He was still in his bed because I didn't wake him up yet. We were just talking. And I was like, okay, well, the cops are on their way. They're going to handle it. This guy just knocked on the door at this point. Well, while I was on the phone with her, she started screaming, why are you in my house? And I heard the guy in the background, and she's screaming and screaming. She said, he's in my house. And he said, hold on. And I woke him up, and he got up, and while I was in the phone with her, right after, it clicked. It hung up on me. So I don't know if she hung up. The guy grabbed the phone for her. I don't know what happened. But she's got 4 kids in her house ranging from 5 months old to 7 years old. And her house is pretty big, so they're not in the same room. They're, like, all over. Call Grandma and make sure her doors are locked to her house. See if she'll answer. Because I'm on the phone with 911. I'm not hanging up until the cops get here. Dad went over there. I don't know what's going on. The cops aren't there yet, and I want to know where this guy is. Make sure Grandma's house is locked. Because she leaves her back door unlocked sometimes. I'm just letting my daughter call my mother-in-law because she's on my property with me. And I just want to make sure their doors are locked because if this guy, left already, I don't know. This is so weird. Things like this don't happen around here.
That guy over there.
What guy?
Robbed himself and everybody else on the...
No, this guy said his name, but she said she's never seen him.
Then it's the guy that's probably been watching them since they moved from Idaho that she's been saying. Is it a black guy?
No.
I don't know.
No, it's not. It's a white guy. Oh, Grandma's not answering the phone. Keep trying her again.
Didn't she have a house?
Or texting you. Do you think my daughter should come home or just wait until I call her?
If she's in a safe place, I would just wait until that is
Okay.
over with.
Okay. That's what I told her. Please just go somewhere.
Is she in a safe place?
She's with her friend. They were driving here. They were almost here. They were on 19.
Can they go to a Steak and Shake or a Walmart?
Yeah, they'll go to Dunkin' Donuts or something. They'll go.
Something.
Or either more. They'll go to her friend's house instead. And did she answer? Make sure your door is locked.
And tell her not to come out of her house, okay?
And do not come out of your house. Make sure your door is locked. Some guy invaded his house and Daddy's over there with a gun, but the cops haven't arrived yet.
They're on their way. We have several on the way. They're coming around.
There's several cops on their way, so I'm on the phone with 911 right now, but please lock your door and do not open it.
But he's still in there?
No, he went over there with the gun. I haven't heard. It's been 10 minutes. I was on the phone. She said some guy came to her door, and as I'm on the phone with her, the guy intruded himself into her house, and her phone got hung up in the screaming match or something, and I don't know what happened. So Hector went over there to go over there.
You haven't called yet?
No, and I tried to call his phone back, but it went straight to voicemail, and then I called 911 to let him know that my husband had a gun over there. Do not shoot him. Yeah, my husband's a heavier set guy, and I don't think he had a shirt on. He just threw shorts on and ran out the door with the gun.
What?
Can you see anything over there? No, okay, to make sure the door's locked, okay? I'm on the phone with dispatch. Cops have not arrived yet. What? He didn't take his phone. He grabbed the gun and ran out the door. He doesn't have his phone. I've tried to call several times. It goes straight to voicemail. All I know is I heard her screaming a ton, and I heard the guy in the background. And she's like, why are you in my house? Get out of my house. And the phone got hung up. That's all I know. I'm on the phone with 911 right now. And they have not arrived yet because she's keeping me updated. Oh, gosh. Let me call you back, okay?
Okay.
Or unless you want to stay on the phone with, it was on her way here. I told her, don't come here, right? No. Okay, Grandma, she's got a call. I'm kidding you. Things like, I see cops going down the road now.
Yeah.
That's my house. They're passing. It's the next house. Keep going. They're stopping in my house. They're coming in my house. No, the next house. They're pulling into my drive. Or maybe they're covering the street and parking in front. Oh, there he goes. He's going. There they go. Good. Now I feel more comfortable. I just hope they know not to kill my husband.
They know he has a gun.
Okay. Okay, there's only one deputy here.
That's fine. We have more on the way.
Okay. All right. I see the cop. Oh, I see people at the gate. I think my husband's at the gate.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let you go because they made contact with the neighbor, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, neighbor.
Bye.
26 minutes after Lauren's first call, a sergeant from the Pasco County Sheriff's Office arrives on the scene. The intruder, later identified as 25-year-old Devin Cook, is taken into custody. Authorities later revealed that Cook was in the midst of a mental health crisis. He had been ordered to undergo a mental health evaluation previously, but had not complied. That night, his confusion and erratic behavior brought him to Lauren's doorstep, turning her evening into a nightmare. The Pasco County Sheriff's Office claims their official response time was only 6 minutes. According to them, the clock starts when the call is dispatched to a sergeant, not when Lauren first dialed 911. However, the timeline tells a different story. Although the first call was at 12:41 a.m., it wasn't until 1 a.m. that the call was escalated, dispatching a sergeant and multiple deputies to the scene. The sheriff's office responded publicly, defending their 6-minute claim. They emphasized that once the call was classified as an emergency, their deputies acted swiftly. They also praised Lauren and her neighbor for their bravery and for exercising their right to protect themselves. But for Lauren, the distinction between 6 minutes and 26 minutes isn't just a matter of semantics. It's the difference between feeling safe and fearing for her life. In the days following the incident, Cook was transferred to a medical facility under an existing court order. Once released, he faced felony burglary charges. While alone at home, a 12-year-old boy who has not been identified hears a knock on his door and sees 2 burglars trying to break in from the backyard. The boy hides in the closet and then calls 911.
They're trying to break down the door right now.
They're trying to get in the house right now?
Yes, I can hear them. They're like banging on the door, trying to get in.
Okay, and is it on just your back door in your backyard? Ma'am, is it in your backyard?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see them? Ma'am, can you see them?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Do you see any weapons? Were they trying kicking in the door?
I don't know.
Okay, ma'am, I need you to speak. I know it's hard, but are they trying to kick in the door or just trying to get the door open?
I don't know.
Okay, then how do you know
I
that?
think they might be inside.
Do you hear them in the house? Do you hear them in the house? Where do you hear them? What can you hear them? Okay, don't worry, we have officers on the way. Ma'am, does it still sound like they're in the bedroom with you?
No.
Okay. Okay, sounds like they're in the kitchen? Okay. But it did sound like 2 of them?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any weapons in the home they could have access to? Okay. Okay, our officers are almost on scene, but just stay on the phone with me and I will let you know what they want you to do, okay? Do not hang up. If you have to, just don't say anything, but leave the line open, all right? The truck that you saw, was it like a full-size truck? Small truck? Do you hear them coming? Okay, hold on one moment. We have officers almost there. Okay, and how old are you? Okay, just hold on one more minute, okay? And you were home by yourself? Okay. I'm sorry, what is it? The police. The police are outside. So hold on just one moment. We'll advise what they want you to do. So just stay on the phone with me, okay? And you hear 2 of them in the room with you? Okay. Have they noticed any police officers out front, or have they said anything? Okay. Okay. Does your closet door have a lock on it where you can lock yourself in if need be? Okay. No. All right. Do you have any older brothers or sisters that are going to be coming? Okay. Okay. Just making sure.
Please don't hurt me.
Did they open the door? They opened the door and saw you?
Yes, they saw me.
Okay. Okay. Well, did they leave? Okay. Just stay on the phone with me. The officers see him. Do not hang up. You stay on the phone with me, okay? Okay. Are you in your bedroom or are you still in the closet? Okay. Okay. The officers do see him. I want you to stay right where you are. I will let you know when the officers, what they want you to do, okay? We have officers that are chasing down the guys that were in your house, but we're going to get somebody to you as soon as absolutely possible. You stay on the phone with me, okay?
When police arrived at the Scottsdale, Arizona home, the intruders, later identified as 36-year-old Jay Johnson Jr. and 31-year-old Cole Austin Llewellyn, were still inside. They were arrested at the scene, ending the terrifying ordeal. According to authorities, both suspects faced multiple felony charges, including burglary. The boys' bravery and quick thinking played a crucial role in preventing what could have been a far worse outcome. For more True 911 calls, watch this episode next.